What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica Girl. We are down here, honey. I was just laughing to myself because I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I was like, "Oh, come on, Golden Barbie." And I was like, "What does Giselle call herself?" She calls herself. I think she calls herself Tanned Barbie because she's still a white woman. She's just tan. Come on, golden black Barbie dressed in Bulgari. Yes, about to leave in somebody's Ferrari. So what's up? We down here, girl. We down here I don't know why. I just saw a sprinkle on my car, which is crazy as hell. Where is that sprinkle from? And I don't see the sprinklers on. Honey, we are down here to talk about the Belle Collective. The Belle Collective, they act like, girl, they in a sorority. The Bells, honey. They are in a sorority, girl. The Bells don't act like that. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody had a good weekend. It was hot as when I tell you it was hot as hell this weekend, girl, it was so hot. So hot. You see this even got toasty? Come on, bitch. You see she got toasty, right? Yeah. Toasty. You love a little toasty. Little toasty. But anyway, so we down here, girl. Belle Collective. It was hot as F-U-C-K this weekend, okay? Hot as H-E-L-L this weekend. So hot. I was about to say something else, but I will not. I will not. So yeah, it was super hot today. I mean, yesterday. It's going to be super hot today. It's already 78 degrees. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I'll be coming down here early to make the videos for y'all. You know, I'll be getting up early because I got to go to work after this. So, yeah. And it was hot. You know, I had a couple margaritas this weekend. Give me 2 margaritas. Yes. I had a couple of margaritas this weekend. You know, I was arguing. I was down in Funky Dineva's comments, windmilling with the girls, the transphobic, cisgender black women. Girl, it's a mess. Talk about it was so funny to me. I'm just gonna say this and we're gonna move on because somebody was like, I am not a cis woman. I'm a natural born woman. I'm like, okay, so that's a cis woman. Girl, what are you saying? You could just say you a cis woman without all the extra words. I'm a natural born woman. First of all, bitch, you wasn't born a woman. That's number one. I was wearing their asses out. And then they got on Keke Palmer. We'll talk about that in a nothing to talk about. We'll talk about that later. Keke Palmer, she was performing at the Broccoli City, what's it called? Broccoli City. And she performed a song that she did from that movie Hustlers, I believe it was, in 2018. And she switched up the lyrics a little bit, talking about her son gave her ass, and she don't need a nigga, she just needs to get to the bag. But that was the song. She just changed the lyrics to say that her son gave her some ass. Baby, when I tell you the people that were down in the comments talking about, she's promoting single motherhood. You know, that's the worst thing you could be in a few communities is a single mother, right? They rather you be connected to the man that you had children with, even though he might get on your last goddamn nerve. And that's what I keep trying to tell people. Y'all so hell-bent on being called a single mother when you should be worried about the child. See, that a way to blame you is by telling you you're single. Your singleness and being a mother, that's crazy. You should be with a man. They totally forget about the child's relationship to the father. That don't have nothing to do with his relationship with me. Y'all act like these men need to be in romantic relationships with the children with the mothers of their children in order to have a relationship with the children. And that's not cool. I'm a solo parent. I'm a solo parent. And I'm single. Okay? I'm single. Ready to bingo. No, I'm just playing. So that's what they were saying about. So let's get on to some other weird ass relationship. Girl, the Belle Collective. I need to turn my car off. Let me turn my car off. Let me crack the window a little bit. He's coming around here with his grounds master. What is it called? The grounds master 699. He over here cutting the grass. Okay, so we down here, girl. Oh, I said I was turning the car off, huh? I should probably do that. All right, so let's talk about the Belle Collective. I will talk about the comment section, Funky Dineva's comment section. And then we'll talk about Keke Palmer. That the people said she's promoting single motherhood. That's really an insult. It's a really an insult to some women, and it's also how some women insult each other. And that's the crazy part. You expect a man to do it because his absence is saying something about you. That's why they put it on you. His absence from his child's life has something to do with you. They totally skip over the relationship between the father and the child is really what you should be worried about. Yes, I might be a solo parent, but is the child father deficient? That's what we need to be worried about. Don't worry about if I'm single. Worry about if the child has the father in the life. You understand what I'm saying? Shit. And Glen talking about you have my last name. Did y'all hear that shit? I was like, nigga, your last name carries no weight, rings no bells, honey. If anybody gave your last name any fucking value, it was Lateshia. Girl, it is sprinkling. It was Lateshia. Girl, you are a dishonorable man of low character and no integrity. Talking about why you carry my last name. What your last name mean to you, nigga? What does your last name mean to you? It means not a damn thing. The legacy of your last name is that you cheat on your wife. That's the legacy of your last name. Right? That's why I be trying to tell y'all, girl, shout out to the women who are married and did not go nowhere to change no name. Okay? I did not go to the DMV. I didn't fucking go to the state. I didn't go nowhere to change no motherfucking name. I'm not changing no name. My name carries weight. God damn it. Shit. You already got the marriage license. We good. Okay? We don't need nothing else to change because when the shit when the damn business dissolves, I don't have to go nowhere to change nothing. I don't feel like going to the DMV, girl. If you don't change your last name back, but a lot of y'all be doing a lot of business on your own in that last name. And so you have to you feel like you got to keep the last name. One thing I got to say about Melody Cherie, I don't fool with her on the level that y'all fool with her. Like I said, because she's a little funny, but when it comes to her versus that Montez, when it comes to her and Montez, I'm on her team. Do you hear me? Pom poms and everything, girl. I'm doing the pep squad. I'm on the cheerleading squad. I'm on the team when it comes to her versus Martell. But I'm so happy she changed her last name because you're not gonna be able, especially a cocky, arrogant motherfucker like Martell. Change your last name, girl. Change it. Change it. Change your last name. Or when you get married, like I said, shout out to the women who are married in loving, healthy relationships and did not change their last name and have husbands who don't give a damn about no shit like that. So they start off on Belle Collective. Girl, hold on, somebody walking behind my car. Bitch, I always gotta watch because if I have to turn this motherfucker on and put it in reverse, so motherfucking be it. Do you hear me? So be it. Don't fucking play with me. Yeah, it is sprinkling. It's hot. It's sprinkling. But anyway, so they get on. So they start off where they left off on Belle Collective, girl. And Tambra is going off on Marie talking about, girl, this thing better be on. Do you hear me? Girl, I'm about to have a heart attack. He's a narcissist and he's a liar. Tamra's telling Lateshia he's a narcissist and a liar. I haven't talked to this man in years and y'all are believing him. And when Tambra said in her interview, it doesn't even go against Belle Collective code. It goes against girl code. When I tell you that goes against girl code, like that's like when you believe a man over a woman, but y'all are a lot of y'all are programmed that way. We are programmed to see the men as give them the benefit of the doubt and what the explanation they're talking about. And we know how these niggas are. And we still give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't know how anybody is down to the internet being able to sue Kevin McCall for being abusive. They down here suing these niggas, right? After girl, somebody is suing Kevin McCall for his physical abuse against her. She's suing him, and he's been ordered to pay. He's been ordered to pay. But she shouldn't. Girl, you didn't hear what Eva had to say about the nigga? Y'all think that these niggas are not, like, the women are not telling the truth about their experiences with these men. And then you believe them. You believe this man to the point where you brought what he was saying about me to our platform. Some man, Marie of all people, some man, you believe in some man over Tambra because you want to believe some man over Tambra. I can't let Tambra leave. Lateshia don't want her to leave. Lateshia, you met with the man too. So all that, oh, I'm sorry, giving her a hug, she hugging Tambra, kissing Tambra, I'm sorry, and this and that. Girl, aren't you the head of this committee? And you letting the man that this woman had a tumultuous relationship with down to the courthouse. Y'all met with some man? Some man. Because you want to try to prove that Tambra is not telling the truth about her and Damon. Why don't you just mention it? Say, Tambra, girl, we know about, and they can blink the name out. Y'all went and met with some man. Girl, I was like, they are out of order. When I tell you they are so out of order, especially Marie. I'm like, Marie, girl, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Everything he said was a lie. She said, I'm sorry that happened. This is Lateshia telling Tambra, I'm sorry that happened. I was wrong for not telling you. I'm sorry. That's what they should have done. As soon as he contacted them, they should have told her. Because, especially, like, I don't know. People don't go down to the court. I mean, there are people who go down to the courthouse for no reason at all. But I feel like when the courts are involved, I feel like that's just too much. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. I love you. I got you. And then Marie said he was trying to clear his name. Wasn't nobody talking about the motherfucker until y'all went to meet with him. Clear his name for what? His name wasn't even being mentioned, and for good reason. She's trying to play the role that, like, she's with Demon, whatever his name is, Greedy. She's acting like she's with him. That man, nobody knew about the other man. We just thought that Tambra was lying about wanting to be in a relationship and wanting to be married and wanting to have a baby. We didn't give a damn about this other person that y'all want to bring onto y'all's platform. Some man, girl. We don't even know who this person is. Still don't know who he is, girl. So anyways, it's time for Latrice and Gucci to have their discussion. So the issue was that Latrice did not come to SoGucci to tell her that she was going to go with a different realtor. I didn't come to you. And she says, but I came to you first. And my whole thing is, Latrice, girl, I mean, okay, I get it. I get that you want SoGucci to come to you and tell you that she has a problem with you not coming to you to tell you that you were going to go with another realtor. And Latrice still didn't apologize. Did y'all hear an apology from Latrice for not telling SoGucci that she went with another realtor? And then I thought, like I said in my video, I thought that there was a Realty 101 courtesy when you are working with the realtor not to work with another one, or let them know you're working with another one. And then, or the realtor will have you sign what you guys were saying in the comments. They will have you sign a document saying that you're only going to be dealing with this one realtor. Latrice isn't wrong because Gucci kept saying, I did come to you first, but no, she didn't. She went to the other women. She went to Lateshia and Marie, and then she also went to Tambra and said that Latrice closed on her house. Remember when they were at the little outdoor event, and Tambra was like, yeah, she did. And she was like, she didn't close with me. She was like, oh. Like, she really thought she closed with her. So, whatever, girl. So she found out on social media. Where has Wanda been? They kicked Wanda off that damn show. Baby, when I tell you they kicked Latrice's mother off that show, Lateshia, what's her name? Lateshia. They kicked her mama off that show so damn fast. Marie said you should have signed something, and then Marie said that Latrice has no loyalty. She says, I can work with whoever I want. She was like, that's Realtor 101, bitch. She says, it just seems sneaky. And she says, it's about the relationship. When it comes to my money, I'm not, it's about my business. And Sogucci says, that wasn't your money. That was Cliff's money. So that's what the girls have been saying, that Latrice is saying that she's self-made. But a lot of people are saying that Cliff, with his landscaping business, he comes from generational wealth, is what I'm under the impression, that this landscaping business is his family business. And so he's helped her and he's invested in her. She's just not saying. That's what the word is on the street. That's why everybody keeps saying it's Cliff's money. And that's why he feels like he can say whatever he wants. But you're telling a story that you made yourself. So it is what it is. She said that wasn't your money. That was Cliff's money. Latrice, she gets up and she's, clapping her hands and hollering. They're both hollering at each other. They want to know where this anger from Latrice's side is coming from. Why you so angry with Sogucci? What has Sogucci done to Latrice? But tell everybody that Latrice didn't tell her that she was working with another realtor. That's, as far as I know, the issue with Latrice, between Latrice and Sogucci. Is there any other thing that I'm not aware about? Y'all let me know in the comments. Latrice is up yelling over, clapping her hands and stuff. Fuck a bitch. When it comes to my money, fuck a bitch and fuck whoever don't fuck with me. That's what she said. So Gucci said, girl, I'll flip this table and flip you too. Because Latrice started standing up. So Gucci didn't stand up. She didn't stand up. She was talking her shit, though. You saw Akeisha on the side telling her, just be quiet. Sogucci, I know a lot of people don't like Sogucci, but I like Sogucci because she has a slick mouth. Yes, that slick mouth might get you into some confrontations, but I love that it's so shady and so, like, it really does give me Southern shade, like, bless her heart type shit. Like, she's bless her heart. What is it? Bless her heart. Baby, I'll tell you, that's a curse. Bless her heart, honey. That's like saying, what a dumbass. What a dummy. That's why I like Sogucci, because she quick. Selena, they mentioned Selena. Like she's sucking Cliff's dick right now. That's what Sogucci said, that Selena was down there sucking Cliff's dick. And then Latrice stood up and said, if she's sucking it, we sucking it together, bitch. And then Sogucci said, I already know that. Girl, why would you stand up and say that you and Selena are sucking? You down there sucking that worm. Oh, that's why she was so excited when that stripper came in. You dealing with that nigga with that cabbage patch on top of his head. Looked like a little patch of hair on top of his head. And then Latrice was so excited when that stripper came. When that stripper got there, she was like, girl, he got her a motherfucking stripper. Your man would never, because he's so damn insecure. He was looking at his dick too. He was. If those walls can talk in that glass house, that's what Marie said about Latrice. Because she was like, girl, did you hear her say that Selena and her were down there? Now, why would she say that? I wonder if there's some truth to that. You and your husband wish y'all were us. That's what Latrice said to Sogucci. I think Sogucci is a few years older than Latrice, but y'all do anything. I mean, I was gonna say, I don't think Sogucci looks at Latrice and aspires to be like her or want her relationship with her and Cliff. I don't think anybody desires that. It's weird how women will do that. They'll say, you want to be like me, but we just saw your husband call you a snake, a bitch, a motherfucker. We saw him grab you real hard. We saw him in action. and you think somebody wants that, it be the delusion for me. Akeisha telling SoGucci, just be quiet, just be quiet. SoGucci was not SoGucci did not stop talking. We have to respect each other. This is Lateshia. We have to respect each other. Akeisha goes, another Lateshia event. I'm unimpressed. She don't see it for Lateshia. I wonder why. I guess because I mean the Ferris Street thing. Akeisha did come in, and ironically, she could have been a woman doing this Ferris Street project and not be on Belle Collective. But the fact that we were introduced to Belle Collective with Lateshia wanting to fulfill her father's dream and bring back Ferris Street, and then another woman gets casted to the show, and she's actually in proposals and talks and stuff because her family owned property down there. So she's moving the Ferris Street project, and I don't know if that's the beef between Akeisha and Lateshia. Y'all remind me. I can't remember. We have to respect each other. Respect each other would mean that you don't go meet with the tumultuous, ex-boyfriend who wants to be on TV. You don't let a nigga use you, Marie. And I mean, I guess, see, that's what it is. When I say you don't let a nigga use you, y'all with Glen, Cedric, and all them niggas, I mean, I just don't get it. I guess y'all do let these niggas use you as weapons against other women. They do it all the time. So I don't even know why I'm acting like. Tambra got upset. Why was she so angry? Maybe we can try this again. I ain't trying nothing. Again. So Gucci is going to have a soiree for her birthday, an all-black event. She invited Latrice. Latrice showed up, honey. I know she was happy she showed up, but not without her father, her daddy. Yes, I did invite Latrice, and Marie was like, let me check your damn temperature, right? So she's going to have an event. Akeisha bought a house. Did she buy a house? I don't know. I put Akeisha bought house. I don't know. Latrice and Tambra go sit down and have a talk. They say, since we're the two that are getting the most hate in the group, we need to sit down and meet with each other. They're calling Tambra out for being a liar. I think the thing that Tambra is lying about, that's what I'm saying. You don't want the label as the liar of the group, the one who doesn't really have a great relationship with the truth. And I feel like Tambra's lying to protect some type of image that she wants to project to the world. And being a southern woman who doesn't want marriage and doesn't desire to have kids and is doing all this because of her community and societal pressures, she doesn't want to show us that. That's why I say she's inauthentic and she's lying. I don't give a fuck about this dude. I don't believe the relationship between her and Gritty. The way that it happened on screen looked crazy. The fact that, all of a sudden you on and off with this guy for years. You had a dude, you were engaged, you didn't get married, and now all of a sudden here's this guy. Who is this guy? And the other guy said that whatever he did for a living, he didn't want to be on Belle Collective. Remember, that's what Marie said, that the dude said. And so you switched him out. We could have confronted Tambra about not being honest with where she wants to be in life and how it aligns with marriage and children and stuff like that without mentioning that guy. We could have tackled that. You still could say, Tambra, she old lion ass Tambra. You could say all of that without bringing up that dude. I feel like them going to see that dude was really just like out of order. I really do. Tambra said, if you're going to call me out, you need to have strong evidence. I don't know. She was saying something back in high school. I have a bad habit of thinking I mean more to people than I really do. So yeah, that's not a good habit to have. I used to say that. I remember my dad telling me that you cannot expect for people to treat you how you treat them. That is the expectation, right? Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you, the golden rule, right? But the truth is, you can't expect people to live by your rules. So what you feel is a crossing boundaries, they may not feel is a crossing boundaries. So what they've done to you, you're like, why would they do that to me? How could they do that to me? They're living by their own rules. Not y'all not living by the same rules and principles and how you show up to relationships. That's why you always have to like check in with your relationships and reevaluate your relationships, because if it's not mutually beneficial, there's no reason for you to be in the relationship. Familial, professional, romantic, platonic, all relationships. When I say relationships, I think people automatically go to intimate romantic relationships whenever the word relationship, but the truth is we are all in relationship with each other in some way. All of us, even when you see your mailman for that split second, y'all are in relationship, and how you treat each other for that split second is how the relationship went. And it was just for a split second, but everybody's in relationship, right? I need to turn my car on, put the air on. I am drinking coffee. Anyway, I thought Marie was my friend. This is Latrice. This is Tambra talking to Latrice. I thought Marie was my friend, and I'm hurt by her actions. I would be hurt too. I would be really. Let me tell you something. If a group of women that I call myself being friends with went and got in contact with like say my son's father, like somebody I had it was a violent type of hostile environment, I would not be those women's friends anymore. I don't speak to my mother to this day. One of the reasons is she told me she was praying for the nigga who hit me. Girl, what? You praying for girl? Okay, keep praying for his ass. Call him and ask him how he's doing. I don't fool with her. I don't fool with her. I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit. Like if I was Tambra, I would if I was Tambra, I would really reconsider being in relationship with Marie, because that was out of order. It was out of order. I'm sorry. I don't play that shit. If you're a woman and you're my friend and you use a nigga as a weapon, girl, you have gone against all my fucking principles. So those are my boundaries, right? Those are my boundaries. And so I will move accordingly to ensure that that doesn't happen again. Girl, crazy as hell. Lula, Marie's mother, and Zuri are sitting on the couch having a conversation, and Marie is telling her mother that she scared her. I guess she had I don't know, an episode or something and had to go to the hospital. Why did you choose drugs? She said, I was sick. I think when you're talking about drugs with children, you can explain that it's a mental illness, and addiction is the drugs that are being put into the body becomes dependent on, and the mind becomes dependent on. And so it's almost like a medicine that they have to take in order to keep going. There have been people who have died for stopping alcohol and drugs cold turkey because their body was so dependent on it. That's why the people, when they go through withdrawals, it looks bananas, because the body has become dependent on it. I think you can explain drug addiction to a preteen like that in a way that they understand. That's the reason why I chose, because I was dependent on it. I needed it. I used it so much that my body got used to it, and then my body got acclimated to this chemical in my system, and I became addicted. Like that's, when you have the language, and then like age appropriate, right? You can tell the kids why they didn't choose their family, because they were chemically dependent on something, and they needed that in order to survive. And the family part of that shit is gonna, whatever, can y'all be there when I'm, ready to not be chemically dependent on this? So I mean, I don't know. I did not like the mother saying that you wouldn't be successful if I wasn't a drug addict, and mistreated you and abandoned you and did all the things that caused you trauma. You wouldn't be the person you are today. And when you see Marie talk to her mother, it is literally like a child speaking, like a child, like she's still, there's a little girl that needs to be healed. Like, I'm glad that Marie is in therapy, because you could see it when she's talking to her mother. It's like a little girl. She's like Zuri talking to Marie. That's what it looks like to me. I see a child when I'm watching Marie and her mother, and it looks like a hurt child, and she needs to, I'm glad that she's in therapy about that. And she's like, are you going to give a fresh start? And I'm sitting there, girl, I don't know if I was rolling a joint. I was like, girl, she is not, she going right back. I wonder what her mother, there's a murder over there. A lot. I can't even count. Maybe 10, 12, 14. What if it's 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, 14. If it was 13, baby, I would have been like, yes. But it's 14. So yeah, I don't think the mom is going to stop using drugs. Hopefully, she can get into a program to where she, gets whatever other chemicals that can kind of like wean her off of that. But it's really sad. Anyway, ooh, this is going way too long. So Gucci and JJ, so Gucci tells JJ that Latrice said that her and JJ want to be like her and Cliff. And he was like, what, that man, ain't that man like 65? And so Gucci was like, I think he like 80. I don't know. So Gucci said, I've never looked at her like that. Like, I don't look at her and want to be like her. Girl, I mean, like, maybe on a business side, I don't know, but not you saying that me and my husband want to be like you and your husband. Girl, absolutely not. JJ says maybe he pumps her up. Like, maybe he does. I mean, that's another thing. Like, what? Because how could you sit there and say that somebody wants to be like you and Cliff? Girl, are you crazy? It's the delusion for me. He be up there drinking all the time. Can't understand what he's saying. Then they show the clip of, girl, it sounded like he had a bag of dicks and a loaf of bread in his mouth. Cliff, what are you saying? That's why Latrice was excited when she saw that BBC come out there with that hat on, honey. Marie was so happy to see the stripper, honey. She was so happy to shake her ass on that stripper. Child, shit was hilarious. Maybe that's why. And then when she gets around y'all, she has these ideas in her head and she just says them. And that's why she be sounding crazy, because this old ass man then pumped her up. He done pumped her up with worms. Let me shut up. Girl, don't have a baby with him. Do not. The people said that Sonya is pregnant with Ross's baby child. That's crazy to me. How do you in your right mind say, I want to have a baby, even though the last couple of times this person did not help me at all? What do you think is going to be different, girl? Sonya be acting stressed out with Deucey, honey. You want another child and no help? Okay, girl. They're always fighting. The way that the mom came in was so rehearsed. It was weird. I don't know. Shout out to the old people. But that's why you can't, there's a lot of like people who, when they see the camera, they like Wanda, they start acting up. They really start acting, and it's just like, oh my God. Essie and Marie sit down. She said Essie is like her sister. She gives her an update on her mom. She says, I need my mama. And then Essie tells us that her mother died of cancer and she wasn't prepared. She says she tells me what I need. I think my mom tells me what I need to hear. Or is that what she said? I don't know. I don't think the mama's gonna stop doing the drugs. I think she's. I don't know. We'll see. I wonder. We'll find out at the reunion, I guess. So Gucci has her party. They have drinks. So Gucci has drinks for them, and what Akeisha's drink was called the Queen of Jackson. I don't know how Lateshia feels about that. I think Marie was the Empress, and who else? Who else called out the names of the drinks? I think it was just Latrice, Akeisha, and Marie. Her drink was called the Empress. She says she's excited to see everyone. Josh says he's trying to figure out who his friends are, because I guess Latrice told Akeisha that Josh was not her friend, and she was like, "Yeah, he is. That is my friend." She was like, "Girl, Josh is not your friend." Tambra walked by and did not speak to Akeisha. She sat down next to Akeisha, didn't speak to her either. Glen is not there, and he's out working, but we became close since we're now close because his grandmother died. Girl, you were never not close, girl. Whatever. I don't know if it's like a level of disappointment when I see like business savvy women be so stupid about a man, but like for a long time, like I think it was somebody, I don't remember where it was, but we've all had, I guess it's like a rite of passage to deal with an ain't shit nigga, right? It's like a rite of passage. I don't remember where I was listening to something. And like, I feel like, most of us have dealt with one and come across one and have dealt with him in some sort of way in relationship. Some of us have done it once. Some of us have done it twice. Some of us have done it 3 times. Some of us, are with the person and then we realize, oh, this nigga ain't shit, and we immediately get out of the relationship. But some of y'all end up marrying these niggas and then staying married to them after they show you. I guess that's what unconditional love is like letting these people harm you and hurt you, and you call it love. I guess it's unconditional. You just have an unconditional relationship where you have no consequences for somebody mistreating you, and these men mistreat y'all, and you stay, and you just stay, and you be looking stupid. But then you have brunches to empower women. It's like, girl, you can't tell me shit. You can't even leave the nigga who's mistreating you. He didn't put your whole fucking life at risk. Talking about his last name. Nigga, you went and had unprotected sex with another person and then came home and laid between my fucking legs and then had me looking like a fool down to the fucking OWN network, getting a paternity test to see if you're the father of some fucking child out here. I be looking at y'all like, girl, how long you gonna, how many badges, how many public humiliation badges do you have to get on your Girl Scout vest before you decide to say, bitch, this is not it? When does that happen? And I'll just be looking at y'all like, girl,
Stop.
why? His pink shirt is so fluorescent and bright. I love it. Latrice comes in. She speaks to everyone. She speaks to Marie. Hey, Marie. Marie gives her the fake, hey, girl, how you doing? And Marie, when they were dancing, Marie was shaking her ass. She was so happy to shake her ass, honey. Marie done got her little, she got her little tune up. Oh, you drinking now? Josh and Akeisha go off to the side. Sogucci is over there. She said that Josh wasn't her friend, and she took offense to that. Because she says Josh is her friend. She was like, he is not your friend, girl. He is your makeup artist. They're dancing. JJ brings out the surprise gift. I put Latrice excited, and I put excited in all caps. She was so excited to see that stripper. Girl, he got her a motherfucking stripper. She was so happy. Your man would never do that, girl. Your man has your locations on, and and if you make a pit stop before coming home, he comes to where you are and then embarrasses you in front of the whole establishment. But somebody wants to be like you, girl. That's the crazy part. Good luck with that, honey. Somebody said he was a walking anaconda. You saw it. I was like, oh wow, oh wow. Marie was throwing dollars. She was like, here, take all of it. just take all of it. Cliff was not happy at all. He saw the man's. He was looking at the man's dick too. Cliff calls or sends a text to Glendale and tell. I guess this is the old creep squad, right? This is another creep squad that we have on this show. Because why are you calling my husband to tell him that I'm doing something inappropriate? All we saw, all we were able to see, I don't know what else was shown. I mean, we don't know what wasn't shown. But all we saw was Lateshia throwing money on the man, giving him money. They just so happen to have money and dollars in their purse. But Cliff calls Glen to tell him about the stripper. And Glen is sending Latrice a whole bunch of text messages. So she goes outside and she calls him back. And he's in the phone looking broke. Ugh. I was like, girl. And having the nerve to say, you a wife. You a wife. You're not supposed to be down there tarnishing my name. Nigga, you are doing a great job at tarnishing your name and your legacy. Your last name means fuck all. It doesn't mean anything. You can't even hold, and unless your legacy is dirty dick niggas around the community fucking bitches because they bored. Is that your legacy? Because if that's your legacy, then Lateshia, what she's doing with the stripper is right on point. Because your legacy is like fucking bitches, right? That's what's connected to your last name. So she has your last name. So why can't she be throwing money on strippers, big dick strippers? You listening to the most disrespectful man. She hollering at Cliff in the phone. He in the phone looking down at the phone, looking all crazy and stuff. Girl, your name means nothing. Your name means nothing. Don't try to handle me like Cliff handles Latrice. As long as you have my last name, you listening to the most disrespectful man, and you gonna listen to him saying I'm disrespectful. You a wife. You a mother, right? That's what they tell you. You a wife. Your identity is connected to mine. You're a mother. When I tell you that little French bulldog is so cute, it's gray with black spots all over, like black little patches all over. And like, I'm looking at the back of it, and it looks like it's like a crescent moon patch of black hair on this bulldog. It's the French bulldog's legs. So cute. Anyways, y'all, that was the end of the episode. I think I talked too much about that. I talked too much at the beginning. But yeah, girl, I'll be just looking at the girls. Like, you guys do so well in business. Even Marlo and Sheree and Kenya, y'all over there with, I mean, and it says more so about the lot of men that you have to choose from, that you keep getting these goofies. But I can see, like, to me, like I said earlier, I feel like, yeah, it's a rite of passage. If you're dealing with, especially straight men in society, it is a right. It's literally you are going to experience an ain't shit motherfucker along the way. Unless you watch other women play the game and you watch the path that they take and you don't take that same path, shout out to the girls who haven't had the experience of dealing with an ain't shit nigga because you have watched other women in the video game go down that road and how it ended up. So you're like, okay, I'm in the video game too now. I'm not going down that road because I've seen and heard and witnessed so many stories about women going down that road. I'm going to take this road, right? You don't go down the road that other women have told you, hey, girl, don't go down this road with this nigga because I've been there, another one, 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 I've been there. And for some reason, y'all walk past all those women right into the trap and then look at those women and tell them they're jealous and you just hating. But then 6 months later, 18 months later, you coming out looking crazy like, girl, what happened? We tried to tell you while you walking past. We tried to tell you, girl, you should have went the other way. There's so many players that have gone this way. Why aren't you looking at how they ended up going and you see the cliff and they disappeared. They disappeared off the cliff. Why are you going that way? You see how many women disappeared off that cliff? Go that way. Try, make a new path. So shout out to those girls who watch and are learning from the women who have made the errors and made the mistakes and who are down here sharing their stories. But the women who continue to stay in relationships where they are constantly being mistreated in some way by their partner and then try to be successful and try to say you empower women, you need to empower yourself before you try to empower other people. Like, honestly, because there's no power there. How do you empower where there's no power there? You want women to do well, but look at your romantic relationship. You got all the badges, girl. All the achievements unlocked. Public humiliation, possible baby. So that a possible baby, that means that he's around here sticking his dick in other women. Raw. And that doesn't tell you to reevaluate the relationship. That alone doesn't tell you to reevaluate the relationship. Girl, I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, y'all take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.